What is the level of tax compliance in the country and, of course, in Lagos?
For the small businesses that don't keep accurate records who are in the informal sector, averages are maybe 40%. But where we have a major problem are with the professionals who work for themselves. Those who decide to pay taxes usually underdeclare the income. And like I said, you pay tax based on income or profit. So you have no income, you don't pay any tax. You make no profits on your business, you pay no tax. And that doesn't stop you from enjoying the benefits that government provides. You drive, you walk, you go about on government roads, you have security at your service, whether you make an income or not. So the issue here is that for the people who work for themselves, who decide to pay what they think they should pay, are first of all guilty of a criminal offense. And we have taken a position in Lagos State that we will start to prosecute them. And we have sent a number of names to the Minister of Justice, and in the near future, you'll be hearing them being arraigned in court.
There have been cases of corruption in terms of the non-remittance of taxes. What's your take on this issue?
Corporate organizations act as agents to the state in collection of taxes that they receive from their employees. It is a criminal offense. It is wrong because if you work for an organization and you need your tax clearance, and because your organization has not remitted to the state government, that means you're denied that right of having a tax clearance certificate. And we publicize it in the newspapers. We have told people that if taxes are being removed from their monthly salary and they do not have a tax card, that they should come and see us in any of our stations. We will investigate it discreetly and make sure that you have a tax card. The tax certificate is free of charge. It is your right to have a tax card, and it's also your right to ensure that your employer remits the taxes that they deduct from your salaries.
How can corruption be curbed in the issue of tax remittance?
All right. In terms of the non-remittance of taxes, we will take those people to court. And like you see, when you look at a corporate organization, people tend to forget that behind any corporate organization there's an individual. So we will take those individuals to court and make sure that they do the right thing. Now, the corruption on the other side, if we as a body know and notice that an organization or an individual is not paying their taxes and we do nothing, we're also equally corrupt. So there's corruption on both sides. Us for not doing our work the way it should be done, the tax dodger for not paying his or her taxes.
There are reports that the federal government is planning to raise its targets for revenues next year and try to task the FIRS and the customs to increase the amount of revenue that they're going to generate for the country next year. What's your take on this?
Well, my opinion is a bit different. It's not an issue of raising targets. It's an issue of making sure that you have 100% compliance. If you pay tax, for example, on your income, if the total amount of income is 100 million, and I collect tax on that 100 million, if you increase my targets next year, but the total gross income is still the same 100 million, I can't force you to pay what you don't earn, taxes on what you don't earn. And I think the same applies to the federal government. They should make sure that those importing, whatever they're importing to the country that have to pay taxes should pay taxes. All the corporate organizations that make a profit should pay the correct amount, because increasing the budget or the target implies that there's money that they should be collecting which they have not collected. And that's what I deem corruption. Because if I know, for example, I'm supposed to collect 50 naira from this company, and I collect 30 naira from that company, yes, they pay some tax, but it's either I'm incompetent or I'm corrupt by not collecting the full amount. So I think what the federal government needs to do is look at the business potential, look at what they expect, and based on what they expect, they should set a target, not just increase targets because there's a drop in all revenue. They should make sure they aim for 100% compliance.
What sector or sectors of the economy contribute most to revenue generation in the country?
Now, in terms of taxes, of course, the oil sector. But the oil sector is also extremely volatile. Now, at the state level, you're looking at the telecom sector. Everybody has a GSM, everybody has credit, or wants credit on their phones, and everybody loves to talk. Then follow closely the financial sector, the banking industry. And I don't want to praise them because of the magnitude that they contribute, because that's what they're supposed to do. I prefer to give credit to the level of compliance. We call it the widow's mite in church. The widow gave all, but what she gave compared to a rich man might not have been much, but she gave all. And that's what we should be looking at. People who are 100% compliant when it comes to taxes, whether it's 10 naira or whether it's 1 million naira, is what we should look at, not the magnitude of the taxes paid.
Other sectors that are not doing as much as the telecoms and the oil and gas sector, what do you think is responsible and how can that be addressed?
You pay tax based on profits or income. So you might have another sector, for example, you might have the agric sector, where the margins are very small. But they provide a service, they provide employment, they provide food. So the amount that they pay in taxes may be small, but they equally are playing a very vital role in the economy. So we don't look at it, or I don't look at it that, well, only the people that bring in big amounts of cash or money as taxes should be praised, as if I can use that word. But everyone who contributes what they should is contributing to the general commonwealth.
And going forward now, how do you think that revenue generation can be improved upon in the country?
Well, in going forward, I think people should stop thinking of going on holiday to Dubai, of going to Europe, because they believe the economy provides, or the country provides, everything that you and I want. It can happen here. But those countries have taken the pains of development, taken the pains of taxing all their citizens and all their residents, and their governments have put things in place that you and I want to go and enjoy, in quotes, on holiday. We should sit back, develop our country, make it become a tourist attraction. And when we're going on holiday, next time we go to Abuja or go somewhere else, and expect a higher standard of living. And that can only be brought about when we all contribute to the Commonwealth. The governments do what they're supposed to do, and also promote business, and people get employed and have additional income, disposable income to spend, and it's a circle. So I would simply say it's time for everyone to start paying their taxes, support governments, so government can support them.
At this point, I'd like to say thank you, Mr. Fowler, for your time with us.
My pleasure.
Thank you. And before we go, let's bring you some business tips. Starting a business with a partner. First, ask yourself, do I really need a business partner to build a successful company? Taking on business partners should be reserved for when a partnership is critical to success. Say, when the prospective partner has financial resources, connections, or vital skills you lack. You may be better off hiring the other person as an employee or an independent contractor. Get to know your potential partner and learn about his or her personal and professional values, ideas, and goals. If you haven't worked together previously, test the partnership out by tackling a small project together that showcases each other's skills and requires cooperation. This is also a way to learn about each other's personality and core values. Consult a lawyer and an accountant to draw up a written partnership agreement. People with strong personal connections may feel certain that their supposedly unbreakable bond will help them overcome any obstacles along the way. And that will be all on the program. Please do send your comments and questions to Business Incorporated at channelstv.com. Also, you can reach me on Twitter. Thank you for watching. I am Bolaji Akinwale.